Hey y'all, cooking, cutting up, keeping it real today in my kitchen. It's fall and it's pumpkin season, so I'm going to put together a pumpkin cake with cream cheese icing. I'm going to show you how to do that. I have got my oven preheating at 325. I'm going to start with 1 stick of butter. I'm going to make the icing first. 1 stick of butter at room temperature. 1 8-ounce cream cheese, also at room temperature. 1 box of XXX sugar, powdered sugar. And we're going to mix that together. And this box of powdered sugar is 16 ounces. Okay, here we go. This is from my godmother, Vicky Brady. Okay, I don't need the bag in there. Lord have mercy. Kitchen no-nos or kitchen hazards. Now I gotta get it unwound. Okay, let's try that again. First off, let's get everything in there. What a mess. And get the rest of this sugar in there. There we go. No foul, no party, no foul. Let me get my handle washed. Okay. And we start again. We're gonna get that mixed up. Things happen like that all the time when you're baking or cooking. We're going to bake this in a 13 by 9 inch pan. Okay, let's get the beaters clean. And I'll save them for later for licking. And we're going to set this to the side. Meanwhile, as I kind of clean up as I go, we're going to measure out everything for our cake. And what we're going to do is sift the dry ingredients first. Let me just get this out of the way. Okay. Now, all right, let's sift together our dry ingredients, which is 2 cups of plain flour, let me grab a knife. There's one. One more to make two. And two. We're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda and a teaspoon of salt. And this is a 1/2 teaspoon measurement, so I'm going to do 3 of these. And then 1 teaspoon of salt, so 2 of those, 1/2 teaspoons. Okay. Sift this, set it aside. Okay, set that aside. Now we're going to mix our remainder ingredients, which is 4 eggs, and I have mine at room temperature. Okay, so 4 eggs, 2 cups of regular white granulated sugar, and you know, I think this cake would be great too if you're diabetic. You could use a sugar substitute for your baking, like stevia or Truvia. I think that would be just fine. I need 1.5 cups of cooking oil or vegetable oil. And 1 can of packed puree pumpkin. And we're going to mix all those together. Oh, I'm just making a mess today. Might help if I have this one. There we go. And I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And this is a 1/2 teaspoon measurement, so I'm going to add 4 of them. We're going to mix that together, and then we're going to add our dry ingredients 2 different times. Let's get this blended up. Make sure we got everything. Now we're gonna add in our dry ingredients. Where'd I put it? Oh, there it is. That we sifted, which was 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. Okay. Get that mixed in very well. And then I have a 13 by 9 inch that I've already sprayed with baking spray, so that the cake won't stick. We're gonna pour that in. We're gonna bake it for 30 to 35 minutes. This will be super moist with all that pumpkin in it. This would be a great one for Thanksgiving or for any fall gathering that you may have coming up. And that is going into my 325 degree oven for 30 to 35 minutes. I'm gonna ice it after it cools and then have a great piece of cake. Pumpkin cake, that's what I'm doing in my kitchen today. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see ya. My pumpkin cake is done. It actually took about 35 minutes, and when I pushed on it in the middle, I just took a little bite of it. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is take the frosting and slather it on top. It has had time to cool. And this is probably one you want to put in the refrigerator with all this cream cheese on it to store it. This one's just for us, so it doesn't have to be perfect and pretty and all that. Just tasty. Definitely has to be tasty. Oh, the top's tearing off. Oh me. Oh well. And that, my friends, is how we do pumpkin cake for this time of year. Give it a try. Make it somewhere. Make it for somebody else. Great idea for fall. See ya. Hey y'all. Cooking, cutting up, keeping it real. Checking in on Friday night to see what's for dinner and what are you doing for the weekend. I'm actually getting ready to cut a pumpkin cake that I made today. And I've got a video. I'm going to post it just in a little bit so y'all can see exactly the recipe and how I did mine. And I'm going to have a little piece of it. I know it's, 5:30 and dinner time's not far away, but I can eat dinner after eating a piece of this. No problem, right? So what's everybody else doing for dinner on this Friday night? I'm actually making the hubs take me out to dinner so I don't have to cook. We'll go ahead and cut this into squares so when the imaginary farmer gets into it, he can just dip it right out. Delicious recipe, very easy. Hey, Lisa Smith, good to see you. Oh my gosh, it's so moist, it's falling apart. What isn't good with cream cheese icing, I ask you? So I'm gonna chat while I have my cake. Hey, Oprah, I saw where you were moving, girly, and where you were asking for some help with the lifting. I don't blame you. Hey, Kim from Virginia. She's doing hamburgers tonight. Let me straighten this up so I can see. And hey, Rita. Hey, Susan. Susan, it's a pumpkin cake. I'm going to post a video of the recipe from the icing down to the cake. And that way you guys can make it as well. Great little thing to have handy this time of year with pumpkin season and fall. I know it does make you hungry for that. You're right, Kim. And hi, Victoria. I'm jelly. Eat a piece for me. Susan, I am eating a piece right now. And it is so good and so moist. And I really like those that are in a 13 by 9 inch because then you can put a lid on them. Where are we going to eat? Opa? I don't know. We'll either, my husband's a steak man. We have a local place here called the Steak Pavilion. We like to go there. Depends on what time it is. Or we might just hit up Outback, which their steaks are consistently good. We're having shrimp in the air fryer with mac and cheese. That sounds wonderful. Susan said pumpkin is her favorite. Leftovers, baked ziti. Glad I didn't have to cook it dinner night. I know, it's nice to have a night off, isn't it, Robin? Honestly. I could eat 2 or 3 pieces of this cake and be fine. I hadn't had anything sweet all week, though. So this is my treat. Having fried pork chops, Kim said. I'm talking a mouthful, but this is a cooking show. A cooking vlog, I should say. What's everybody doing on this crazy Friday night? You know, I think back to when I was younger. We always, when I was a kid, we went skating on Friday nights. Then when I got into my teenage years, and then we got into sports and stuff, we always went to the football game. Yeah, yummy. I made pulled pork barbecue sandwiches and onion rings. Yum, that sounds delicious, Elaine. What are you eating? I'm so hungry. Victoria, I'm eating a piece of pumpkin cake. It's good. Really good. Let's see what everybody else is having for Friday night. Cake making me hungry. I know, right, Deborah? And then when the boys were younger, we always tried to go out to eat or something on Friday, or take them to do something fun. And then they got into sports, so Friday nights, again, we're at the football field. Now that we're empty nesters, we usually try to go out to eat either Friday or Saturday night. Tomorrow night, though, I'm going to an 80th birthday party for my sister-in-law's mother. So we're going to go out to eat tonight. Always best having dessert first. Right, Susan, I'm with you. I could make supper out of pumpkin cake. It is a, yes, preach, Kim, I'm with you. I want some cake. Carol, come on over. I'd love to visit with you. Carol's one of my favorite teachers in the whole wide world. I had her in the 6th grade. I got in a fight in her class. Carol, do you remember that? And you had to take me to the office. I got in a fight with a boy. Like a fist fight. Like I got in big trouble. I think I got a spanking at home. I think I won, though. Anyway. I just got a text back from my oldest son. He's at a wedding, so I said, send us some pictures. He said, okay, I will, Mom. We'll see. Imagine that. I know, Susan, I don't remember what the fight was about, but I do remember getting into it. I remember the guy's name. His name was Dexter. And he picked up a desk and was going to throw the desk at me, I guess. I don't know. You know, things escalated quickly, obviously. Carol said, I'm sure you did win. Yeah. I wasn't one of those kids that got pushed around much. I was raised with 4 brothers. Are the Deeks home this week? No, Opa, they are at Clemson tomorrow. And baby boy has a high ankle sprain, so he won't be playing. It's at 3:30 tomorrow. I know Lori said all the memories. It's a nice picture of your son. Oh, thank you, Victoria. I appreciate that. We really like her. She's really sweet. Kids love her. And animals love her. And I just think she's a really good fit for him. We really like her, which is nice. I've prayed for a good daughter-in-law since the day I found out I was pregnant with boys. So I know God's going to give me one. Oh, thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. She is a doll. She's really pretty and she doesn't know it. You know what I mean? She's not conceited at all. And she's real hometown And she likes the outdoors, like she likes to hunt and stuff like that, which is always a plus. Me either. I was 5th grade at a 6th grade dairy farm. No one messed with us. Yeah, Kim. Excuse me, I wasn't one of those that was picked on. I was always taller, though, than most people, too. I was always one of the tallest girls in the class. I didn't get pushed around either. I had 4 brothers as well. Yeah, Jeannie, it makes you tough. You got to take up for yourself. And you have to learn that at a young age when you have all boys. You just wait till it will happen. And when it goes, imaginary farmer better look out. Yep. The imaginary farmer likes her too, Susan. I have 3 boys and love all 3 of my daughter-in-laws. You know what a blessing that is, Lori? That's a huge blessing. It really is. I hate to hear people badmouth their mother-in-law, whether it be male or female. 5th grade out of 6. Okay. Anyway, I'll post this recipe so y'all can make it for your family. I'm still in a little bit of cream cheese icing off of the top of it to finish off my crumbs. It's definitely a keeper for a recipe. It'd be great for Thanksgiving or any gathering that you have in the fall. Anyway, I didn't say they love me. I'm sure they do, Lori. Anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see y'all soon. Thanks for following along for Cooking, Cutting Up, Keeping It Real. Check out the page to look for the recipe. It'll probably take me, I don't know, 30 to 40 minutes to have it up and running. And we'll see you guys soon. Oh, thank you, Pamela. Patricia, I got this at Silver Gallery years ago. Love it. It's got a bee on it, which means miracle. I love that. Anyway, when I get nervous or something, I like just kind of roll it around in my hand because I can feel the bee on there. Reminds me of God's miracles. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.